We're just going to start here in easy pose. Come with our legs crossed. We'll begin with 4 nice steady breaths. Really root those bones down. Nice tall spine. Just your wrists or your palms. Exhale. We'll bring our legs up in front of us. To our Dandasana, so nice seated position here. Again, really rooting through our sit bones. Nice strong legs, nice tall spine. We're just going to reach forward for those toes into a nice gentle forward fold. So warm up. Position for 3 breaths. Next inhale, all the way back up to our seated position. We're just going to do a gentle twist. We'll take that left hand, place it on the outside of our right thigh, and our right hand behind us. That's a nice little tripod to give us a little more length through the spine. And we'll inhale for length, exhale for that twist. Do that 2 more breaths and then hold on that 3rd one. Inhale, center. Take that right hand to the left thigh, left hand behind us, really extending that spine. So inhale, exhale for that twist. Inhale to lengthen. One more breath. So, center. And bring our feet in for our Baddha Konasana or our butterfly pose. So heels and toes together. Still rooting through those sit bones. Nice tall spine. Stay here for 2 breaths. Come down for our forward fold. Just reaching to the front edge of our mat as far as you can. You're able to place your palms onto the mat. Whether that's only just a few inches forward, you can reach far out. It's all dependent on how your body is moving for the day. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Inhale and come back up to seating. Jaws far up overhead. Nice tall scooch. Really still trying to keep those sit bones nice and grounded. Nice tall spine. Stand forward into the body. More breaths here. So move the hands down to us. So we're just going to maybe for another gentle twist here. So we'll take that left hand to our right knee and extend that right hand behind the body. Again, we'll do 3 breaths and hold on that 4th. Inhale for extension. Exhale for the twist. Next inhale. Come out to center. One breath here. And take that right hand to the left knee. That arm behind us. Again, tripod. Inhale for extension. Exhale, twist. Right. Inhale. Center. Do a couple of supine twists. So we'll come all the way back down to our backs. Bring our knees up and our heels towards our buttocks. On that next inhale, bring those knees to our chest. Take our arms out to our sides. It's a nice T to anchor the body. We'll lower our knees to the right side. Really using those shoulders to hold us in place, to anchor us down. And whether you can get your knees all the way to the floor or just a few inches above. Wherever your body's going to allow you to be. We'll do 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, come back to center. And stay here for 1 breath. Now on that next exhale, we'll go to the left side. And just as far as your body's going to allow you to go this morning. More breaths here. Next inhale, come back to center for 1 breath. Lower our feet, keeping our heels as close to our buttocks as we can. And bring our arms down to our sides. We're going to use them to help stabilize the body as we come up for bridge pose. We're really going to use those glutes, like your thighs, your quads, really to help lift that core up off the mat. Nice and gentle, not overarching, raising too high, or not quite down. Trying to get that nice straight line from your knees to your shoulder. We're going to hold it for 2 more breaths. Exhale, we're going to lower back down nice and gently to the mat. Roll to our right side and just gently prop ourselves back up.
Hi,
Good morning.
sorry I'm late.
That's all right.
I worked.
All right.
I'm sweating.
Come join us on the floor.
Okay,
I'm just going to do 1 more breathing exercise here in Sukhasana, an easy pose. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Few more breaths. Next inhale, we'll run out of those legs and make our way to the short edge of our mat. And we're coming to our Tadasana, our mountain pose. We want to root those feet, engage those quads, your core, nice tall spine, palms facing forward. Do 2 breaths here. Next inhale, raise the hands up overhead. Nice high speed. 2 breaths. Exhale, we're gonna come all the way down. Nice deep forward fold. Stay here with 2 breaths as well. Let that inhale, come up to our forward fold. Really extending that spine out, ground to the head into the center of the room. That next exhale, we're gonna come all the way down to the mat. We'll come into plank first, so wrist stacked underneath your shoulders. Hold this for 1 breath. Come down for chaturanga, where we lower halfway down, elbows tucked to the sides. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. We can extend those toes to the back of the room. And raise ourselves up. We can come into cobra because it's still early in the morning. Or if you have the ability, you can come all the way up for upward dog. It's been great. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Curl those toes back under. We're going to push those hips up and away. For our first downward dog in the morning, as always, I'll invite you to just pedal those feet out a little bit. Get some movement through your calves, through those hamstrings. Really using those arms and shoulders to push you in. One more breath here. And on that next exhale, we're going to step all the way back to the short edge of our mat. Down in that forward fold. Really keeping those legs nice and strong. Next inhale, come up for that half forward fold. Next inhale, come all the way up for our salute. One more breath here. Exhale, arms down to our side for a nice fall to the blossom for our mouth. Stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale, we'll take our hands back up overhead. Just all salute. Stay here for 2 breaths as well. Next exhale, pull all the way down. Nice big forward fold. Reaching as far down as you go. This time I'll just invite you to loosen those arms a little bit. Just have a little, almost like a little ragdoll moment here. Hold on that next inhale, we'll come back up to that half forward fold. Nice tall spine, forward into the room. Exhale and come all the way back down to the mat for a plank. Those wrists down underneath your shoulders. Exhale down to the half plank. All the way back down to the mat. Toes extended to the back of the room. Again, coming out partway for cobra. Or we can come all the way up. Facing down. Still having those toes extended to the back of the room. One more breath here. Roll back down. I'm going to take those hips up and away again. For downward dog. Really pushing back with those shoulders. Tucking that chin underneath. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Hands looking great out there. I'm just watching the movements. And the next inhale, we're going to step forward with just our left foot. We're going to come up for our warrior one. With a nice bent knee on our left leg, right leg to the back of the mat. We'll take our arms up overhead. For a nice deep breath. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. We'll be staying that close to the breaths. I'm just going to grab a chair.
Thanks. Yeah, I can feel my, I don't know what it is. Always back and forth.
On that next inhale, we're going to come up. Pivot that back foot in a little bit more. And we'll come in for our warrior 2. So we'll have a nice arms extended forward and back into the room. Still having that forward knee bent. Easing forward into the room over those fingertips. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. And having that nice tall torso, even length on both sides of our left and right side of that torso. That next inhale, lower that right hand back down to that back knee. Raise that left hand up and over the head for ball warrior. Sorry, our reverse. Stay here. Remember that nice strong back leg. I can mention that because you have the hand on the knee, knowing that it's giving a little bit there. 1 more breath. Straighten that forward knee, bring those arms back to our sides, extend it into the room. We're going to hinge at the hip, leaning forward into the room, reaching as far as we can, and coming down for our extended triangle. And I'll invite you in if you have a block that you'd like to use just to help stabilize. I'm going to use mine this morning. You can use your shin, the knee, the block, or you can go all the way to the mat. Whatever your body's going to allow you to. Really having that nice extension on the left and right side of your torso, gazing out past that right arm into the sky. 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, we all the way back up. We're going to lower that forward knee back down, lowering that left arm down to our shin or down to our knee, and then swooping that right arm underneath, opening up that chest, gazing out past that elbow. We're extended side. Move my block here. Breath here. Back to our pyramid stand, and then we're going to step that right foot forward all the way to the front of the mat. We're just going to heel toe our feet out to the edge of the mat. Our toes are extended just out on a bit of a 45-degree angle. Heels are just a little wider than our hips, and we're going to come down for our yogi squat. Just as far as you're able to take yourself. Stay 3 breaths. It's been great. inhale, and all the way back up. Bring your feet back in for Tadasana. Really rooting those feet again. Nice tall spine. Take our hands up overhead. Then you get the hips and the knees coming down for our chair pose. Let's go 2 more breaths. And then next exhale, we're going to step that left foot back. Come in for that high lunge. So still having that bent front knee. Just give that back leg a little hinge there as well. And take our hands high up overhead for that. To my own balance here. 2 more breaths.
You said balance.
Balance. On that next exhale, bring ourselves gently down to the mat, lowering that back leg for our low lunge. Extend those toes into the back of the room. I'm just going to do a couple of gentle twists here so we can come up with our hands to our hips. Really using the top of that back left foot to round into the mat. Take that right arm forward into the room. And just gently twist. Gently twist on the left. There we go, with the left and right, say. One more breath here. Right inhale, come back to center, take that hip back down to our right hip. Extend that left arm into the room, and then rotate to the right side. One more breath here. Next inhale, come all the way forward. Using our blocks, our hands to the mat, we're going to step ourselves forward, back into our Tadasana. Really rooting those feet again. Nice tall spine. Arms forward, our palms forward. So just take a couple of breaths, reset ourselves. Next exhale, we're going to step back with that left foot. Lowering that right knee into the room. Taking our arms up overhead. Really thinking about having those hips facing the short edge of your mat. Nice strong back leg. Straight torso. Warrior one. 2 more breaths. Lower those arms. Bring the left arm to the back, right arm to the front of the room, gazing over those right fingertips. Really thinking about having that same height on the left and right sides of those fingertips. And nice tall torso. It's doing great. One more breath here. Next inhale, lower that back left arm down to the knee. Raise that right arm up over. More breaths. Exhale, come back and straighten that forward leg. Hinge into the room. If you have your blocks, somebody get to use them. Reaching down with that right hand, raising the left arm high up into the sky again, that nice even length on the right and left side of your torso. Both legs nice and straight. Inhale, all the way back up. Lower that forward knee back into the room, dropping that right forearm to our knee. Scooping that left hand all the way back under for the extended side angle, breathing up past it. Really nice and strong back leg here. More breath. The next inhale, you can unravel and then step over the short edge of our mat. Bring into our Tadasana. One more breath here. Exhale into those knees and the hips, raising those arms up high into the sky as we come into our chair pose. Deep breath here. Next exhale, we'll step back for that high lunge with that right foot, left foot forward, just lowering that knee, maybe give a little bit in that back knee. Hips forward as you gaze forward into the room for this high lunge. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Next exhale, gently lower ourselves down for that low lunge, bending that back knee. And after that, nice tall torso, really using that right foot, the top of that right foot, pushing it down to the mat to help stabilize the body. Nice tall spine. Raise that left arm forward into the ring. And then rotate to our right side. Next exhale, forward into the ring. Throw that hand back down to your hip. Taking that right hand forward into the room. And rotating to your breath here. Next exhale to come forward. Come all the way down to the mat. Into tabletop, and then we'll transition into that extended child pose. Toes together, knees to the edge of the mat. Arms forward into the room. Stay here for 5 breaths. Those legs, a nice little stretch. After that series, we'll stand in place. Few more breaths here. Exhale, we come up for our downward dog. Rolling those toes back under, knees together, hips up and away. If you're like me, you'll just need a little bit of a body adjustment to get everything in that right spot to feel comfortable. Stay here for 3 breaths. We'll raise that right foot, Swing that right foot high up into the sky for our three-legged dog. One more breath here. Bring that right knee forward and crossing that right foot to the side of the mat. So we come down for our pigeon pose. So that right heel is over on the left side of your mat. And that left leg extended behind you. Yeah, exactly. Good job. And whichever your body's going to allow, you can either come all the way down for the pigeon pose, or you can leave yourself propped up a little bit. I'm going to stay up a little bit. Still early in the day for me, and I'm not quite fully warmed.
I think I'm gonna go down a little bit.
You can come all the way to your knees if you want. One more breath.
Honestly.
Curl those left toes back under, raising that left knee up off the mat so you can get that right foot back for downward dog. Really good though. Two more breaths here in downward dog. And then next inhale, take that left foot all the way high up in the air behind us again for the three-legged dog. And we're using those arms to stabilize the body. One more breath here. Bring that left knee forward. Take that left heel out to the right side of your mat. Extend those right toes into the back of the room for our pigeon pose. And bring your left knee to the left side of your mat, your left heel to the right side of your mat. It's early. I understand. Let's stay here for one more breath. Rolling the toes back underneath. And when we come back up for a downward dog. Okay. Gonna stay here for 2 breaths in downward dog, and then we're gonna make our way back down into that extended child pose. That next exhale. Lower those knees to the mat. Toes together, knees extended to the side. Arms stretched forward into the room for extended child pose. You guys are doing great. It's early. After dinner, I still get my lefts and rights. We're just gonna stay here for 2 more breaths. Next exhale, we're gonna come up. Just gonna come up to our tall, kneeling, seated position here. And we've done a few poses that put the pressure on the wrist, and we do have a couple more that we're gonna go through as well. So we're just gonna take a moment and just roll out a wrist. We're gonna reach forward into the room. Just gonna clasp those fists together. Let's just make a couple of circles here. And then we reverse those circles. Extend those fingers forward into the room. Lift those fingertips to the sky. Hold for 3. Hold those fingertips to the mat for 2. And to the front again, we're just going to do 2 circles in both directions. So, and we're going to step forward to the front of the short edge for our mat again. As we come into our Tadasana, so we're really going to root those feet. Engage those quads, nice top line, palms forward. Shoulders down and away, gazing forward into the room. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Next inhale, we'll take this high up overhead for a salute. Stay here for 2 breaths. Yeah. Next exhale, all the way down for the deep forward fold. Really try not to push those hips back. We want to really keep those hips stacked over those knees. Next inhale, come up to our half forward fold. Extending that spine into the back of the room, or into the front of the room. Breath. Next exhale, come all the way down to the mat for plank. One breath here in plank. We'll come down for the chaturanga or half plank where our elbows in tight to the body. And then all the way back down to the mat, toes extended to the back. Come up for a cobra or dog. One breath here. Let's come
Trying to figure out, okay, which one am I a good fellow?
Then we come back all the way to the mat. Curl those toes back in. We'll take those hips up and away for our downward dog. On that next inhale, we're going to step forward to the front of the mat again. Just want to do that one more time. Bring those feet. Nice tall spine. Palms forward. Now for that upward salute. So one of those arms high with the shoulders down and away. Exhale for that forward fold. Again, this time around, I'll let you just do a little bit of that ragdoll, relax those arms a little bit more. One more breath here. Inhale, come forward. Good for that. Got forward fold, really extending that spine to the room. Exhale, we'll lower down so we can come into plank. Remember, we can always do plank with our knees bent, just using that upper body. Taking a little pressure off the knees. And we can lower down for our chaturanga or our half plank. And then all the way to the mat. Extend those toes out to the back of the room. Coming up for our cobra or our upward facing dog. One more breath. Exhale and lower back down. Curl those toes. Take those hips up and away for our downward dog. More breath here in downward dog. And on that exhale, we can bring our knees all the way to the mat and we'll stay here in tabletop. Just reposition the body a little bit. Stacking those wrists underneath those shoulders, those knees underneath those hips. Just gonna do a little bit of cat-cow here. You're gonna exhale, dropping that belly down, chin to the sky. Inhale, tuck that chin. Raise that spine up high. Lower that belly down, chin up high. Cow. So lowering the chin, raising that belly up. One more cycle here on your breath. Back here in this tabletop. Just gonna do 2 cycles of our bird dogs. We're gonna take that right hand, extend it forward into the room, that left leg, extend it back into the room. One breath here. Exhale and lower down. Left side for our left hand, right side for that right leg. Exhale and lower down. One more time on each side. So right hand, left leg. Up down. Left hand. Right. Exhale and lower down. We're going to come all the way down into our extended child's pose again. Knees to the edge of the mat, toes together, hips back. And extend forward into the ground. Stay here for 2 more breaths. As inhale, we'll come back up to our tabletop. We're going to come all the way back down onto our buttocks. Seated poses again, and then move into our supine positions. Seated forward fold, legs nice and extended into the room, toes to the sky, rooting the sit bones, tall spine. We'll exhale and reach for those toes. Where's we can go today? One more breath here. Inhale, all the way back up. Stay here with our legs nice and firm. And extend our right arm high up into the sky. And lower that left hand down to the mat just for some stabilization. I'm just going to do a little crescent, reaching that right hand over that left side of the body. 2 breaths here. Next inhale, come all the way back up, lower that right hand all the way down. Use that on the right side to stabilize your body. We'll lift that left hand back up. Again, just coming over for our crescent to the right side. Next inhale, all the way back up. Lower that left arm down to the mat. All the way back down onto our back. If you have a strap, I'll invite you to use that. We're into our hand to big toe. Take that strap around the balls of the right foot. If you don't have a strap, I'll walk you through this as well. So if you have a strap, balls to the strap to the balls of your right foot. And if not, you just want to keep that nice straight leg. We're gonna extend ourselves all the way back down to the mat. Using that left leg as your anchor. If you don't have a strap, take your arms out to your side again for your upper body anchor. I'm gonna lift that right leg high up into the air. Going to go as high as you can, bending those toes towards you, but without compromising a bent knee. That leg nice and straight. And if you have the strap, keep that over the balls of the right foot, high up in the sky. Bring those toes towards you. One more breath here. And take that strap into your right hand. Use that left arm as anchor and that right elbow as brace. Lower that right foot all the way to the right side. If you don't have a strap, just use your arms as your anchor. Gently lower that leg over to the right side as low as you can go. Again, trying to keep that nice straight knee. On that next inhale, bring that foot all the way back up center. And switch the strap, if you have it, to the left hand. Using that right arm as your anchor. The left arm as your post. Lowering that right foot over the left side of you. Okay, really trying to keep that nice straight leg. Next inhale, we're going to come back to center. Lower that foot all the way back down to the mat. If you have a strap, we're going to switch to the left foot. If we lean back, we're going to raise that left foot high up into the sky. Again, nice straight leg. If you don't have a strap, I'm going to keep that nice straight knee. Toes can come towards you. That right leg really anchoring the body into place. Come back here. Switch that strap to your left hand. That right arm is your brace, your anchor. And lower that left leg out to the left side. I'm trying to put that nice straight leg. Doing really well. One more breath here. Knees that left foot high up to the sky again. Switch hands with the strap. Over to that right hand. Extend that left arm out to the left side. That left foot on the right side of your mat. This is doing great. One breath here. Next inhale, bring that foot all the way back to center. Lower it back down to the mat. We'll do one more exercise just to get a little bit of movement in those legs. And bring the knees up to the air, your heels up to your buttocks, as close as you can get. Take those arms out to your left and right side. Bring those feet and those knees together as close as you can. We're just going to do windshield wiper. Just keeping that feet together, lowering to the right side. Hold for one breath. Back to center. To the left side. For one breath. Back to center. I'm just going to bring those knees in tight and give them a big, nice big hug here. I'm going to hold this for 2 breaths. Bend those legs out into that room. Relaxing the body. Just gonna bring it into your Shavasana. I'm just gonna hit the lights, but you're welcome to take this moment to get anything that you might need. Whether that's blanket, pillow, an eye pillow. Make yourself comfortable as we come into the end of the class. I'll walk you into your Shavasana. Allow you a few moments of peace and bring it back. Yeah. Begin with focusing on our breath. Just our nice, your usual steady, calm breathing. What gets us through each day. I need to try and relax forehead, his eyebrows, jaw all the way. Relax those shoulders into the mat, just melting. All of those arms relax, lay those fingers. Just thinking about our everyday breath here. And those thighs, lay those feet. Just imagine all the tension releasing from your fingers and your toes. On your everyday breath here. Your mind begins to wander, it's okay. We have very busy lives with lots going on. Remember to bring it back to your breathing. Focus there for just a few breaths. Relax again. If your mind wanders again, just know that you have the power back to your breathing. You possess control. As we lie here, your attention to the room. We've already know practice today. Nose, toes, nose, wrist. We need one here to our seated position. Sit here for a moment. Just deep breaths. As always, thank you for participating in the practice, joining me here this morning. Stay
Sounds
for the rest of your day.